Ken Sugimori is a well-known game artist recognized for his Pokémon illustrations, featuring numerous iconic designs. However, his contributions span far beyond that. He started his career as an aspiring manga artist, and soon began to work with the Pokémon creator Satoshi Tajiri. They became close friends after reading his first ever issue of Gam Freak. Ken Sugimori became responsible for all the volume covers. And in '89, at the age of 23, he worked on the first puzzle game known as Mendal Palace. As a fun side note, he redrew the main characters years later to celebrate the company's achievements. In '91, he continued his character design work for Smart Ball. He also contributed his graphic design skills to projects like Yoshi and Magical Tarutokan. Amid his commitment at Gam Freak, in the off hours, Sugimori was already immersed in the world of Pokémon, crafting numerous conceptual designs with his peers, while other game projects such as Pulseman needed to be delivered on a tight deadline. But as we all know,
Super Game Boy ならカラーで綺麗、仲間が増えるロールプレイング、ポケットモンスター。
his legacy and that of the company took off when the game was released in '96 in Japan with Pokémon Red and Green. Without a doubt, Sugimori's artistic talent truly began to shine as he played a significant role in designing the majority of Pokémon, collaborating with fellow creative minds like Atsuko Nishida to create evolution trees and maintain a cohesive aesthetic. Notably as a Godzilla fan, he undertook the challenge of designing Pokémon inspired by Kaiju, resulting in cool creatures such as Nidoking and Nidoqueen. And not to forget, Rhydon, the very first Pokémon, which explains why his sprite is the main statue that is spammed all over the game. And as a testament to his dedication, Sugimori undertook the responsibility of producing the final illustrations for all 151 Pokémon in his distinctive watercolor style. That said, he also did character art. And in my opinion, this artwork shows the rivalry between Red and Blue to its core. As if the two smartest kids in class came to a different answer and have to duke it out in front of the rest. Anyways, his distinctive style is characterized by many subtle imperfections. However, the original Gen 1 and 2 Pokémon art had certain quality issues which unfortunately eluded his works, especially with the colors. For example, the nuances of shading were often compromised, leading to variations in contrast, which, depending on the Pokémon, had quite some effect. In addition to his contributions to Pokémon, Sugimori also engaged in graphic design for projects like Bazaru de Gozaru and Bushisheiyuden. By '98, Pokémon Yellow hit the shelves, and Red and Blue launched in the West. Nonetheless, these versions took a lot of time for him and his peers, as they had to update almost all the Pokémon and character designs. Their success extended his involvement to the second generation with Pokémon Gold and Silver in '99, followed by Pokémon Crystal, Ruby and Sapphire. He quickly ascended to the role of art director for Fire Red, Leaf Green and Pokémon Emerald. Indeed, with the franchise's massive domination, his career mainly shifted to the Pokémon series, a thing he actually did not intend to do. Nevertheless, he was great at it. So to quickly put an example on his design principle, he works with the concept of designing cool and cute Pokémon, and then adjusting the opposite effect. So cool designs need cuteness and vice versa. Basically, doing this will make it more memorable for children, which is their only goal. His favorite Pokémon are Gengar and Bulbasaur. The former because he likes creepy and cool, and the latter because it was a really unique design. And I don't know about you, but in my eyes, Bulbasaur is the best designed Pokémon in Gen 1. However, he rightfully noted that something being cool is subjective, and thus a tough term to grasp completely, especially for interns who design shitty Pokémon like this. Jokes aside, here are two examples by his own words in an interview. If Luxray's head was smaller and its eyes sharper, it would look cooler. And that is exactly an adjustment he wouldn't dare to do, because this will make the Pokémon less memorable. Another one he noted was Oshawott cheeks. It needed the freckles to keep him from becoming too cute and thus more generic. And as you can imagine, Sugimori got a lot of backlash on these during his design processes. To elaborate in my own perspective, making something extremely cute or extremely cool is forgettable. This is also true for personality traits. For example, stereotypical anime tough guys. A great example of cool, tough, with a tough of cute is my bro Barrett. He looks cool, has a gun arm and is jacked up. Moreover, at that time his darker skin stood out. And his gentle side is that he goes to the end of the world for his little girl who is not even his own. This makes him an excellent character, which Final Fantasy VII has many examples of. But let's continue. As Ken Sugimori progressed in his career, he spiced things up and delved into diverse projects, such as the game Drill Dozer in 05. Despite his diversification, his commitment to Pokémon remained unwavering, contributing to titles like Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and Black and White. He even ventured back into manga creation with Pokémon Mystery Dungeon in 2007. In the upcoming years he kept continuing to be a principal force in shaping the designs of Pokémon Gen 4 and 5. He said that his approach involved extensive study of animal anatomy, drawing inspiration from zoo visits, mainly focusing on traditional sketches for concept exploration. Do note that during his later works in the series, his main role was to supervise the final designs, while his peers primarily handled the initial drafts. Speaking of which, his supervisory role extended to projects like Harmonite, Pocket Card Jockey, Giga Wrecker, Little Town Hero, and Tembo, the badass elephant. Beyond that, he played a crucial role in Black and White 2, X and Y, and the Sun and Moon versions. Moreover, as a guest artist, he made this freaky character in Sakura Wars. Later on, Sugimori transitioned to a supervisory role for titles like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, PokéQuest, Sword and Shield, and Arceus. Basically, tuning down his direct involvement in the art aspect. In essence, he transformed into a wise consultant rather than an on-hands artist. Beyond his gaming career, Sugimori's legacy includes an art book that contains a bunch of interviews on his career. And of course, his legacy also includes his vast contributions to Pokémon card illustrations. His impact on the franchise is undeniable. And the fans definitely agree, as they created a trailer of his iconic art style in the form of a game. I'm fantasy light novel author GP Phils, and looking now at his art career, it's clear to me that some newer generations have low quality Pokémon designs. It's not necessarily the quantity that's the issue, it's that some artists threw Sugimori's design philosophy out of the window.